So today we are taking my Tesla Model 3 out for its very first road trip. Now I'm super pumped about it because we haven't ever driven it this far before. So we're going like 3.5, 4-ish hours away from us, about 230 miles away to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. If you guys aren't familiar with the Outer Banks, it is the island off the coast of North Carolina, and that is actually where I grew up and where my parents live today. So Tom and I usually go to the Outer Banks quite a bit, and we love going there on the weekends. So this is something that we're gonna continue to go and drive the same drive over and over this summer as we continue to go see my parents. So my parents have seen our Tesla before. They've driven in it. They thought it was awesome and really loved it. So my dad is really excited about us coming with the Tesla so that he can drive it around, of course. But Tom and I are really excited to go. We don't have to stop at a supercharger in order to get there, which is kind of nice, but we might actually stop as we get pretty close to our destination, just because I'm not sure what my parents' electricity will really look like. So I don't really want to chance it, and I'd like to make sure we have a pretty decent charge before getting there. There are actually 2 superchargers on the way to my parents' house. There's one in Plymouth, and then there is actually one on the Outer Banks, which is awesome. So if you guys are planning a trip to the Outer Banks, then it is really good to know that there is a supercharger there that you can use. So we're really excited to take you guys on this journey and see how the Tesla does on its very first road trip. So we're about to leave now and the car is fully packed, so I just wanted to show you how much room we have. So we're actually going to be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so 3 days total. So this is what we packed for the 3 days. I have a bag, Tom has a bag, our dogs have the red bag, and then Tom brought his backpack for his work stuff. So you can see that we have a ton of extra room here, so if you did have more than 2 people, their stuff would definitely fit in here as well. So one more thing I wanted to show you is actually our puppies in the back and how they fit now. So now I'm going to show you our puppies. So we do have 2 dogs, one is 12 pounds and one is 25 pounds, just to kind of give you an idea how big they are. And we bought these 2 car seats for them, basically so the bigger one doesn't sit on the smaller one as we're driving down the road, but they really do like the car seats. I was unsure if they were gonna like them, but they fit perfectly in the Tesla. So if you do have dogs and you're worried about them maybe scratching or getting your white seats dirty, then I definitely suggest these. So they look just like this. I did put a towel underneath them as well, just so that if the dogs did end up kind of crawling outside of them, that they wouldn't scratch up the seats. So now that I've shown you exactly what we've packed, including the 2 puppers, let's go take a road trip. So it's 8 o'clock and we thought we were actually going to use a supercharger that was a lot closer to my parents' house, but we ended up using one maybe like 3/4 of the way on the way. And it looks like this. There's just a few chargers here behind a hotel. And yeah, so it's very convenient because there were 2 or 3 options actually on our way here. So it wasn't like we couldn't find a place to charge if we really needed to. We could have made it on just the full charge all the way to the house, but we ended up having to take the dogs out, and then we wanted to stop as well just for a quick rest. So it ended up working out. But our drive so far is going really well. I would say that the autopilot has come in handy on this drive, especially because the roads are pretty straight and it's just basically going straight the entire time. There's not a lot of traffic. So it's honestly ideal for autopilot, especially because the lines are pretty clear too. So far so good. We still probably have an hour to go. So we're about to get on our way again. So it's the day after now and we have arrived at the Outer Banks. So we got here about 9:30 at night, which was exactly what Tesla thought we were going to take. So it took us almost 4 hours to get here because we did make a pit stop. So initially what is really interesting is when we did navigate here, Tesla told us that we had to stop at one of the superchargers in order to make it to our destination. But then as we were 5 minutes away from the supercharger, Tesla decided that we had enough mileage, and then they rerouted us to our destination without us even having to go to the supercharger. Yes, we did go to the supercharger just because we needed to take a pit stop, but it was really interesting about how conservative they really were in like their estimate of how long it was actually going to take. So I think that's a really good thing too, because that is something that I get a little bit nervous about, is just, you know, do I have enough mileage to get there, and like where's the closest supercharger? What's really interesting is that we checked the supercharger at the Outer Banks, the one that is in the resort location, and the supercharging cost is the same as the cost in Raleigh, which was about 24 cents per kilowatt hour. So I would have thought that it would have been more expensive, just like gas is usually more expensive here and milk is usually more expensive here. But no, it was actually the same price, which I find really awesome, and that it will be the same exact price hopefully across the board. And I don't know what that looks like for other locations, but let me know in the comments down below if yours is also 24 cents or if you've seen that price fluctuate. Overall, our trip was great. I would definitely take our Tesla here again, and I didn't think it was any harder to take an electric vehicle on a road trip than a normal gas-powered vehicle. Yes, we did stop, but no, we didn't actually have to stop if we didn't want to stop. I thought the seats were super comfortable. I thought the ride was very smooth. And honestly, the autopilot made traveling so much easier just because our route is very straight on the way here. And we got to use autopilot, I would say like 80% of the way, which was great because we kind of got to relax a little bit more than usual. And the car was just really aware of its surroundings, which most cars don't really recognize any other vehicles around. So that was really nice that we were able to kind of relax after a long day, especially because we were driving a little bit through the night. But overall, I think Tom and I really liked this experience, and we will definitely take the Model 3 on more road trips in the future. Also, our dogs were really excited to come on this trip as well, and they were very comfortable in the back. I was a little nervous that they might be a little squished just because we've never had a sedan before. But actually they had a ton of room, they sat in their car seats, and it was pretty easy overall. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a like down below if you found this video useful. Also, I post Tesla content every Thursday and Saturday, so make sure to subscribe if you're looking to learn more about Tesla. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.